Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Easy Does It. If you don't know what we do in this show, we talk about flavors that needs to be within your flavor stash. And today we're going to talk about vanilla custard. Now, I've seen this being used in many applications. Of course, it's a rich custard. I've seen it being used in milkshakes as well, just to thicken it up a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the discussion. Maybe Richard, you want to talk about the stats first?
Yeah, one of the criteria we use for picking flavors for Easy Does It is their market share and the number of recipes that open up to you when you get this flavor in your stash. So let's just take a look at the custards and we can understand the sort of dominance that Cap Vanilla Custard V1 has in the market. Working from the bottom up, of the major custards, working from least recipes to most recipes, we have FA Premium Custard at 361. These are all the flavors stats, incidentally. Then we've got Flavour Vanilla Custard at 625 recipes. Cap Vanilla Custard V2 at 743 recipes. Inawera Custard at 1411 recipes. FA Custard at 1610. TFA Vanilla Custard is the second most popular one at 1,739 recipes. And then by a short head, Cap Vanilla Custard V1 leads with 12,834 recipes. So it's used in about twice as many recipes as all the other custards combined. So certainly if you want to open yourself up to custard vapes, Cap Vanilla Custard V1 should be at the top of your shopping list. Daniel, how do you use this?
So I buy it in bulk because it's quite a versatile flavor. So I like it like either upfront, like crank it up at 5% and then call it a custard, and then maybe put a couple of accents in there. But I think where it really shines is how it brings out like other notes, or you top it off. So I've got like cream bases that I just want to add vanilla to. I'll crank this in at like 0.5%, and you'll get the vanilla notes coming out. You got a bit of the egg, but not a lot. It's a lot better at the vanilla aspect at 0.5%. I also use it in ice creams to sell like the authenticity. It's very good with TFA vanilla bean ice cream. So I'll put it in at also 0.5% just to bring out the vanilla. Because I think what it really shines is a vanilla, which is often what I look for, is just a straight up vanilla, and using this at 0.5%, it's good accent vanilla flavor. But then I also use it as a frosting. So I think it often gets missed, but in a bakery, this can make a very good like vanilla frosting or vanilla icing on your base if you mix it with a few other creams. And then I think the big one that I saw this was used in was ice creams or custard. So like a very dense custard, something at like 6%, or even 10%. I've seen it as high as 10%, where people just use it as single flavor. And then you get all the egg notes, all the vanilla notes, and all the cream notes of it at 10%. So even if you just want a single flavor of vanilla custard, this is the best one to do it. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much where I use it most of the time.
Let's talk about that difference first, just before we go to deets. What is it, Rich? You said the closest one was 1,700, right? Recipes, and this is 12,000. Is that the difference?
Cap Vanilla Custard V1 is used in 12,834 recipes. The second most popular is TFA Vanilla Custard, which is used in 1,739. So the Cap is used in 11,000 recipes more than its closest competitor. I mean, when you consider there are hardly any flavors that are even used in 11,000 recipes, that is the gap between Cap Vanilla Custard V1 and the nearest competitor is 11,000 recipes.
Inawera Custard, is it even on your list?
Inawera Custard was 1,411.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's just over 10% of cap vanilla custard.
Oh, that's insane. I had no clue. Sorry, Deets, you were saying? How do you use it, Cap?
Okay, so I've not really experimented so much with it, mainly as a standalone custard, and then I've also used it very selectively in ice creams as well, ice creams and milkshakes. So very much like everything with Daniel, obviously has a lot more variations it's been used in. For me, it's mainly as a standalone custard, which I've mixed in a single flavor, which definitely is the best out of the three I have. And when it comes to ice creams, it just gives that very visible vanilla note to it. I mean, a lot of the vanilla, let's say like from a vanilla swirl, gets lost with things like caramel or stronger type of sugary flavor. Where you add in a little bit of the custard, it just gives you a very visible vanilla that doesn't fade or gets lost behind other flavors. And in the same way for milkshakes also, it just gives it a custard feel.
All right.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about Inawera custard, and Richard was saying that the reason you want Inawera custard is because of the steep time. I think the steep time, just Richard, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you can get a custard out with Inawera custard at about 7 days, you know? And then with vanilla custard or cap vanilla custard, it's going to take a little bit longer, maybe 10 days, or so that, I mean, that's the difference between the two.
Yeah, and cap vanilla custard V2, the steep time is around 160 months. just bear that in mind when you develop it.
Okay, I added 159 months. That explains a lot. I'll just
put it back in the steep cupboard. Yeah. Okay, but guys, is there any other reason other than, you know, it dominating from a market share perspective? Of course, it's lovely. You can use it in many different applications, like Daniel has mentioned. Is there any other reason why we shouldn't have it in our cupboard? I mean, you know, that all tells us we should have it there, right?
Yeah, well, so it's transformative. So you can use it to create other flavors. I think the big one for me, and it's something I built from simple sugar cookie, is if you crank your custard high enough and you got sugar cookie and graham crust, you get a cake, like a yellow cake, and it's not a yellow cake with fructose. It's almost exactly like Flavor West yellow cake, but you've never needed to use Flavor West yellow cake.
That's a little bit of information that I didn't know. So yeah, guys, please in the comment section below, if you can just leave what you use cap vanilla custard for, how you compare it with Inawera custard or any other custards like its closest competitor, which is TFA custard. Please leave it in the comments below. If there's any recipes also that you really love that contains cap vanilla custard, leave those in the comments below as well. But thank you so much for watching the show. Guys, is there anything else? Nope. Cheers, guys.
Nope. Cheers.